ARK Extinction on mobile, something I thought would never be possible to achieve, considering OSD's element veins, tech, mech, and, well, titans, right? Extinction is, in the chronological form of ARK Survival Evolved maps, quite a hardware-stressing game at the best of times. So, on a tiny handheld mobile device, how good could this really look? Whilst the game is free to download and comes just with the island off the bat, if you want to play Extinction for yourself, it's going to cost you the price of $5.49, about the size of a McDonald's, as Grove Street Games once upon a time said. I'm running through the high-res ASE version of a character select screen, quickly making our character to be welcomed to the sites of Extinction. Graphically, not bad. I'd be surprised if it doesn't crash. I mean, you know, I can't believe I'm in ARK on mobile. Good grief. I mean, it looks like something else. Raasclark, it looks like the controllers are bound pretty well. Okay, that's cool. There's certainly some apprehension after playing the ARK Survival Ascended version of Extinction quite recently, with the constant need to remind ourselves this is a mobile game. And on that subject, we recorded this on a Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus. As you can see by yourself, frame rate isn't the best, though a surprising welcomed addition of controller support, with it being pretty fluid in most scenarios, feeling quite similar to playing ARK on a console itself, with one or two caveats we'll find later on. Throughout the course of this playtest, we did run into two crashes, one straight off the bat when an OSD landed. I think it was related to an OSD dropping anyway, because of the sound of the thing falling, and then boom, crash, there you go, restart, start again. And running around, it definitely felt like the Extinction that we know back in ASE, just at a very smaller, lower res rate, with gameplay taking a minute to get warmed up to, but once familiarized, it did feel like it was honoring the experience of playing Extinction. Just a real squintier version of Extinction. It's emulating what it's like to live on Extinction. That's what's going on. Bish bash bash. Living the dream now. Movement speed. Edit, a stat we all forgot about. We all forgot about that stat. There we go, a bit of cloth. Nice. Movement speed, Spino. Need that red magic cooling fan. Right. Save the game before that bloody OSD crashes me again. Maybe let's burn something up with my torch, seeing that we're hot already as it is. Yeah. Burn, baby, burn. I need to get myself a bit of hide. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, did I could pick whilst carrying a torch? That's interesting. I need some water near me. Fortitude. Absolute must. Navigating to that's pain. And I've lost that Fiumia. I need to spawn somewhere where I can get a drink. Oh, balls. Oh, that was good. Did I lower the graphics? Nah, this is graphics on max, mate. Hello, there we go. Exploring out! That didn't look too bad. All in Fortitude. I'm not even sure what There we go, I'm not hot anymore. Am I hot? No, I'm lukewarm, I'm not burning hot. There we go. Now we're talking. Oh my god. Welcome to ARK. When can you start? Oh my god. Don't. One more hit and I'm dead. Oh well. Let's see if we can spawn near my body. I thought it was here. It's not here. Are we looking north right? Maybe we're not even looking north right now. Oh, the map's a map, ain't it? Oh, how'd you get that out? Which way's north? Am I looking north? That one? Ah! There we go! Right. Flipping heck. Figured it out. Oh, do you know what? I do kind of miss this. Like, metal. Like, actually gold. Oh my god. What was that? How the hell? Nah, lies, man! Come on, man! I got meshed! Come on! Come on! What is that? What is that? We later found out there is actually a resolution scale to improve that resolution just marginally, but at the expense of frame rate, and with my phone heating up throughout the entire recording of this, we didn't keep that resolution scale up too much for too long because you want to see what the hell's going on with it, your eyes bleeding yourself. Because as a result, with the frame rate issues and a bit stop-start animation at times, it definitely affected the gameplay when running into any creatures, especially bugs. You simply just can't outpace them to get your body back and get to safety. Look, dying to bugs early game can happen. We've all done it, right? You've done it, I've done it. But when it's against a tedious frame rate and you just can't get your bag quick enough to get anywhere at all, it's a nightmare. And I found myself getting really frustrated in this death loop that was out of my control because of the frame rate. So I thought, well, let's change some stats and see if we can at least progress a little bit quicker so we can check out more of Extinction, right? Well, Grove Street Games said, no. If you want to change some of the stats, it's going to cost you money. XP, harvesting, taming, and maturation, as well as crop growth speed, all are behind a paywall. A God Console paywall that costs $15.99 that includes cheat commands if you want to use those too. Which I'm not going to pay for, not going to happen. Not going to be paying for cheats in the game. It's insane. I know it's mobile, and I know mobile transactions are a thing, but come on, man. It's just not going to happen. We're not going to do that. So I guess we at least changed a few stats for our characters to survive more than a second, so we could try and get some progression in, and I guess went to grinding. Navigating the UI, not bad. It's the ASE, ARK Survival Evolve UI that you know of. Bit clunky with controller support with this one. Just trying to navigate to the right thing and click. It was really getting on my nerves. I'd skip past it pretty quickly because the controller didn't know where it wanted to be at times, and I imagine touching the screen would have been fine, but my phone overheating throughout all of this. I didn't want to touch the screen at risk of burning my finger at any point. And in grinding more and more to progress ourselves to make at least a forge, we noticed when completely overweight, when too overweight to move, the game prompted us, do you want to balance that overweight with a 10x weight multiplier called Leg Day Weight Hack for 1 hour and only using 44 keys. What are keys, I hear you say? Well, it's an in-game currency that you buy keys to buy hacks, cheats, whatever in the game that you can not only use for single player, but also official servers too. Noticing a thick skin hack as well for plus 1000 insulation that was 181 keys. Look, 100 keys is only 89 pence, which I guess isn't too bad if you want to initially support it there, but that is going to build up over time and is going to be starting to feel a bit predatory as time ticks on, because who's not going to want to do it, right? Especially on servers without a doubt. People are going to lap this stuff up. It just feels like you're forced to do it, especially in a competitive environment. But, you know, ARK is grind is ARK. It's all part of the fun, right? So we forget all that crap. We're not paying for any of that. And we continue on. Hopefully now, we're sweet. We can make a smithy. Yeah, we can definitely make a smithy now. 50 stone, 1 wood. I'm looking forward to flying about this gaff and seeing what it's all about. Smithy, let's go! Right. Metal tools coming. Right, now we're talking. Now we've got a smithy in now. Hey, let's go, metal baby! Right, let's get some spoiled meat going. Right, and then we need a mortar and pestle. Narcotics that we've got unlocked, so that's lovely. Lovely. Okay. Job done. Hey! I think I just butchered that completely. Finally knocking out a PT. Job done there. Wasn't too bad to do that. We got prompted once again. 40 keys to double the timing speed. It's like, come on, man. But ignoring that, we carried on and getting an Enforcer BP. We thought, well, let's kind of grind out for that. Not too bad to make, and after a fight with a bunch of corrupted for nodules to get Polly, we made our very own enforcer in Extinction to zip about and hopefully actually fight some corrupted with, because they've got a balance against corrupted if you didn't know about that. But turned out controller support wouldn't allow us to melee attack. The only way to melee attack was by tapping the screen. As I told you before, the controller at this point was hot enough to boil an egg. Wasn't prepared to do it, wasn't going to do it, so had to sack off that and instead work towards a PT saddle to go flying about and explore what Extinction was all about. Entering the mini arcs such as the snow, there was definitely some feedback when pushing through. You could feel some real dropping frames as you entered into it, but gotta say, a pretty impressive technical achievement visually seeing everything around Extinction. We found an alpha element vein and had a little crack at just starting it to see what happens there, and seems to function exactly how you wish, but with just a few less dinos than normal. And gotta say, the sunken forest looked actually really good. I was really impressed by how it looked, and maybe by this point I kind of got myself used to ARK Mobile, and I guess I forgot what actual outside PC ARK Survival Assault graphics can look like. But I was genuinely impressed by the lighting and visuals of the sunken forest, especially because it was a really good looking part of the map way back when anyway. But thought, well, surely the sunken forest creatures can't deliver, right? Turns out they can. Gachas actually look pretty good in the game too, who'd have thought? But lacking any way to progress super quickly, I thought, well, let's go and do an OSD at least to get some early game loot, hopefully finding ourselves a blue OSD, but needing some flak and a decent melee weapon to maybe give it a crack or two, and maybe our enforcer might be able to fight a few corrupted on a blue OSD. And well, we found an OSD, just not the right color. All right, then what we got? What do we got? Show me what you got. Oh, there is wyverns. Oh my god. Yeah, man. Screwed. Show me what you got. Oh, that just takes me up the bloody... Dude! There's no... You can't do that! Oh my god. There's no... You can't, like, tap it at the same time. Oh, crap. If I kill one, I'll be happy. I don't think we killed one. Goodbye, cruel walls. I'm burning. So yeah, that was our initial impressions of ARK and Extinction. Definitely a technical achievement when you consider this is ARK Mobile. I'm sure the ARK Mobile fanbase out there are going to be happy with this one because, you know, before this, all they had was the island for so long. And that in itself, well done. Good job on porting this over, and ran pretty well enough for me on my S24 with a wonder what it's going to be like for other mobile devices, worse or better than mine out there. But I gotta say, all of the pay-to-win cheat stuff, especially the Paywall console command stuff, is, for at least single player, is just seemingly a bit of a dirty practice from my perspective. And I know mobile, this is the way it is with mobile games, and coming from any other ARK game to this, you're just going to feel completely blindsided by money grabbing. But if this is your entry, if this is your vice mobile gaming, it ain't bad. Just not for me. I'm not a big mobile game fan anyway, and this further cements these sort of practices while I don't play mobile games. And as much as I wish and I hoped that we could see the Titans in action and see how they perform at all on mobile, how the King Titan boss fights look like on mobile, we just couldn't get there because the game limits on how quickly we can progress without paying for cheats to get to that point. Not gonna do it, not happening. And does leave me wondering how the hell are they going to achieve Genesis Part 2 when that arrives to ARK Mobile sometime, hopefully, maybe later this year. And there you go, that's my first impressions of ARK Extinction. What did you think? Are you playing it? Are you going to get it? Let me know in the comments below. Until the next one, my name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.